Today we'll be showing you how to replace your garage door opener. What's going on? Welcome to today's video. My name is Colton and today I'm here with my good friend Roger Bartholomew. For this video, this will be part 1 of 3 to show you how to install your garage door opener. So Roger, what are we doing today?
Today we're going to be installing the motor for the garage door opener. So here's the tools that we'll need for this job. We're going to need a ratchet set, a mallet, screwdrivers, a drill bits, a utility knife, wrench, gloves, eye protection, and a hammer. To install just the motor for the garage door, it's going to take 1.5 to 2 hours.
All right, so let's get started.
Detach your garage door from the track by pulling on the thread cord. You should see this metal arm or something like that's attaching the track to the garage door. Remove the bolts necessary to loosen this up. Now above your garage door at the end of the track, you're going to see a pin and ring combo here that's holding everything in. Remove the ring. Do not remove the pin yet. Make sure you go and plug your garage door motor. Now go to the actual motor of your garage door and loosen all the wires. This one only has a red and white. If there's any other wires, remove those as well. Find the bolts that are securing your motor to the brackets above and loosen those. Don't remove the bolts all the way out until you're ready to take down the whole thing. When you are ready, make sure you tap out the pin at the very end of the track, find a friend, and carefully lower this thing down. Now that the motor and the track are out of the way, there are some modifications that had to happen to this specific garage. We had to cut a hole where the support is, add 2 new supports in order to make a more accessible area for the new track to be installed. We had to take the side rails where the wheels of the garage will be rolling and raise those up. Everything wasn't level and it was messing stuff up. Now crack open your Chamberlain box, and for the ease of looking at all the parts, I removed everything, laid everything out. Make sure you remove everything from the actual motor. There's a lot of stuff in there. The things you can set off to the side right now is anything that's going to open your garage, wire, and lasers. Find these 5 bars, and these bars are going to make the track when you insert all of them into each other. There is one rod that's special and different from the others. There's stuff inside of it, so set that aside. And also make sure that this rod, the special one, is actually going to be right above the garage door. Sticker up. Once you have that one special bar with the sticker up, you can just interlock all of the other bars. Simply, you just line it up, and you'll see little metal tabs. Just take a rubber mallet and tap it in. Make sure you tap it in all the way, and also make sure that the tabs are all on the same side so you don't have to remove the bar and redo it. On the second to last bar, or the bar right before where the motor is going to be mounted, you're going to want to take a screwdriver and slip it in there. This is going to act as a stopper. This will make sense later. Next, take this little slider piece and slip it on the track. Make it look like this when you put it on. This pull lever will be facing down. Take this final metal piece and tap it onto the bottom to where the motor will go. This will actually mount the whole track to the motor. There's a bolt hole for this final bolt right before you get to the motor. Make sure you don't forget to put this in and tighten it down. As you can see by looking at the motor and the track, it is very obvious to where the track lines up with the motor. So unscrew those bolts, line up the track, then tighten the bolts back down. I would also highly recommend finding a box or some sort of support that will raise up the opposite end of the track in order to make this all level while you're working on it. This is what you should have so far. Go to that yellow sticker at the end of the track and you're going to see this little tab. You're actually going to raise this 90 degrees. Take a flathead screwdriver, prop it up, then take some pliers and make sure it completes that 90-degree angle. Now take this rubber belt and you're going to thread it through this area, make sure the hook is down, and then also make sure that the teeth are facing towards the motor. Take the wheel. All of this should already be greased up, especially with the bolt that will be fastening it down. Take the bolt, put it down, make sure you put the washer and the nut and tighten it all up. Now the end of the belt that has the hook down, you're going to take that and hook it onto the slider. This is where the screwdriver comes into play to stop it. Now go ahead and take the whole belt and unravel it. Make sure you don't twist it and hook it onto the motor. There's going to be a little cardboard piece that's covering this grease part. Remove that. You'll notice the opposite end of the belt doesn't hook onto anything. This is where you're going to take the spring and this bolt and you're actually going to loosen it from each other. Please be careful with this. This bolt should be easily removed just by hand loosening it. You don't need special tools in order to remove this bolt. Once that's removed, take the bolt and the end of the belt and you're going to connect them with this master link. Essentially put the link in, then this part that acts like a washer, and then this part that locks on, and you're going to want to slip it on. Use some pliers if you want, and it should lock into place. Next, take your spring and just tighten it until it's nice and snug. Next, you're going to want to take a flathead and insert it in this little slot here. You want the spring to pop open in order to have the right tension. Easiest way we found to do this is take a flat head and put it in the slot, hold that still, and then tighten the spring. After that's done, take your black cap and cover the greasy gear over by the motor and screw those 3 bolts down. Again, we had to do some modifications above the garage, so here's a before photo and then here is an after photo. We really just had to create an additional support for this new garage track in order to work properly. Next, you're going to take your skinny bracket and mount that to your actual garage. Now, previously you removed an arm from this garage. This bracket is going to essentially hold the new arm, so we'll install that later. Next, you're going to look at your garage and look at the center and go right above it. You're going to want to make sure that the next bracket that you install is center with your garage door. This is going to be the end that's going to hold your actual garage door track. Also, the bracket that you'll be using will be the wider one. Find your friend again and make sure that you line the track up and go ahead and take a pin and ring and insert that into the end above the garage. You'll also want to make sure in measuring this out that the track is at least 2 inches above the garage door when fully open. We were able to use the support beams above the motor with a little bit of adjusting pretty easily. However, there are some beams out there that could be way off and you may have to unscrew the whole thing, do some cutting and readjusting in order for your motor to be supported properly. To install light bulbs, just go ahead and plop down these plastic covers, screw them in, and then cover back up. Don't forget to take your red cord and tie a knot to this lever acting as the emergency release. Next, take your arm that's going to go to the garage and use a pin and ring combo again and make sure you just tighten that up. Now there was a black bar that was tucked away in one of the track bars. Go ahead and take that, slip that out, and use a pin and ring combo to attach that to the slider and then tighten that up with the pin and ring. Also then take the opposite end of this arm and tighten that down with a bolt washer and nut combo to the part that is already attached to the garage. And next, to prep for wiring, make sure this lever is horizontal.
Thank you so much for checking out today's video. If you liked what you just watched, go ahead and consider subscribing and also give it a thumbs up. If you want to watch other videos just like this one, go ahead and click this link right up here, and also don't forget to click this icon to subscribe. Make sure to keep an eye out for my part 2 of 3 in how to install your garage door opener, and we'll see you next time.